It's always exciting to me when I see the light bulb come on in class where maybe she never thought of herself as a science student. My goal is to encourage the girls to understand the world around them, to appreciate the world around them, and to know what is going on, how to analyze that, and understand.
The science teachers here at GPS are really good about encouraging growth in the field, especially with their passion. So just seeing the teacher's passion really ignites your own.
The thing that I love the most about teaching my classes too, whether it's biology or environmental science, is really trying to connect how vital science is to our livelihood and how vital it is to society. And so we are all good scientists. And we all use the scientific method, but we don't think about using the scientific method. And so whether it's 9th grade or whether it's 11th and 12th grade, trying to really get them to see how science is something that we use every day. But then for those 11th and 12th graders, it's also about trying to prepare them for that next step. And being that I was a professor for nearly 10 years, I feel like I'm really able to show these girls what it's gonna be like when they go to that next step so they can be that much more prepared.
The science department at GPS set me up with a researcher at UTC, and what we do there is chemistry based, so it's a chemistry research internship where I help an undergraduate researcher with her work and her thesis. It's made me realize that I really like working in the lab and being able to do unique, original research.
One of our science projects was to build a Rube Goldberg machine. So I was working with a group of about 3 or 4 other girls to do this task, and we brought in materials from there were some in the science room, but also we had to bring some from home, and we planned it all out, and we had to write out the energy transfers, and then we built it all together, and we actually ended up cracking an egg with our machine, and it was a little bit messy, but it worked out really well and it was really fun.
I think sometimes people don't always think of creativity when they think of science, and so I really try to bring out how creativity is very important in science if you're trying to solve a problem. And so I try to give them some opportunities to find a problem in the community and work together as a group collaboratively to solve that problem.
In an all-girls classroom, they're not afraid to speak out and ask questions because they're not as afraid of what will that person think of me. The leadership that they develop while doing their labs may not be the obvious telling people what to do or the idea that I'm telling people what to do, but it could be that quiet, supportive leadership where they're able to encourage the girls who may not feel as comfortable with science.
Being in an all-girls school has helped build my confidence because you have this stereotypical idea that science is a man's field or math is a man's field. And so being in a community where this love of science is fostered in young women has really helped foster confidence in pursuing a scientific career.
So what they learn in middle school, I think that helps them in high school or in other science classes, is that science is a way of thinking. You're always going to have variables, you're always going to have controlled experiments, and then they're able to build on that a lot more in high school. What's, I think, really rewarding for me when I see a student that's struggling and comes in maybe for help class or something else, and we can sit down one-on-one and I can talk to her and ask her what kind of her strengths are, or find out her strengths and if she really loves to do art or do something really physical like a sport, then I will try to kind of bring that into what she's learning in science. It's just always exciting when they're like, yes, now I understand.
I really like science because there is always another step that you can take with it. If you're interested in a topic, the teachers here, they will give you resources to just go and explore that.